LBI Region Report time, and here we are once again across from each other, Lori. Yeah, even though everybody sees us on video in two different boxes, we're actually across the room from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are once again, another LBI Region Report.
At Vinyl HQ.
Yeah, exactly at Vinyl headquarters, right here in Barnegat.
So now, it's the summer with your new format.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I love it. I'm sure our listeners, they're listening. I mean, you've transitioned from the, unforgettable favorites to really the soundtrack of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s even, I hear you. More 80s?
More 80s. We don't touch much in the 90s, but still, either way, it's been a great switch for us. I think it was a perfect evolution to where the station needed to go. And for those who are like, thinking that we changed ownership, no, we didn't change ownership. We just changed the records we're playing.
Yeah.
I was at an event recently around a swimming pool at a party in Barnegat, actually performing, and I threw out the name of the station and pretty much got a standing ovation. So it was definitely turning out to be what we wanted it to be, and that's a party format, a format that you can put on when you're out grilling and burgers. So we're hoping that is what it is here for our first summer under the new moniker of Vinyl 91.9.
Well, congratulations. I know we love it. And certainly it's for those that don't know, the radio station is a nonprofit.
Yes.
So, I mean, this
501c3.
This is something that, we want to contribute to and support, just like all the rest of our local nonprofit organizations in Southern Ocean County. So if you are listening to us maybe through a podcast or on YouTube, if you do want to check out the radio station, where's the best place besides the radio for them to find you, Billy?
Well, the good thing is you can find us to listen on almost every device that you can get a hold of. You can talk to Alexa and tell her to play you. You can tell your Google Home, play WBNJ. That's real easy. But you can also go to WBNJ.org, and there's a listen live button on there. You can listen to us. And the other great thing is we made it really convenient for making a donation as well. So if you want to help us keep the station alive, keep the music playing, you can just click on the donate button and make a donation through there. And believe me, every little penny goes to making sure that the electric bill gets paid, making sure our infrastructure stays up. It takes a lot of electricity to keep the
keep the juice on.
Exactly, 4,500 watt station on the air. So yeah, it takes a lot to upkeep the equipment and all that. So every penny goes to help us. So WBNJ.org, you can listen to us, find out more information. And also, if you're a business owner that's hearing this and you're thinking, you know what, I'd like to have my name mentioned more on the radio or mentioned on the radio, you can do it for a lot cheaper than most other radio stations. And I don't say that to be competitive. I just say that because it's the truth. Because we are a nonprofit, we're able to lower those costs to business owners and still get an opportunity to get their name heard by many, many, many people in our area.
Yeah, we're real excited about our audience. We always were. And Southern Ocean County Chamber and certainly the Southern Ocean Chamber Association has been a proud supporter since the beginning.
Yes,
so we're thrilled with that. But we're
our very first supporter.
Our very first. We love that. We love that kind of history. So the other thing that we talk about, our very first, is today, July 21st, we have our Southern Ocean Home Dock and Garden Show at Manahawkin Lake. We are very excited because this is the first time ever we're doing a little festival, a little event, low key, nice. At the lake and during the summer. Summer months, typically we do not host events, but this year we wanted to make that exception because we love spending time outdoors, we love connecting and networking, and this is a great time to do it. So you can join us beginning at 4 o'clock over at the Manahawkin Lake Park and Pavilion. There's local experts that's going to be gathered to help homeowners that are looking for solutions, whether it's for their home or for their boat or whatever recreation they might be doing. It's a perfect opportunity for a free evening out and exploring new improvement ideas and enjoying a fantastic concert from Epic Soul Band. We want to thank Stafford Township for being our partner in this. We're really excited. This is a place to just encourage neighbors to come out and enjoy a summer night. This is going to be a fantastic way to just wind down, stroll through the park, from 4 to 6:30. You can explore the displays and talk to local businesses, treat yourself to some delicious menu options, and then 7 o'clock, enjoy a memorable lakefront concert. Bring your chair, bring your friends, and if something happens and it has to be arranged, it's going to be August 11th, but we don't think so. We're going to be there on Route 9, beginning at 4 o'clock to 6:30, and then the concert's at 7, so we look forward to seeing everybody there. We really are very excited about that. The other thing that we wanted to talk about is really there's a push within New Jersey for the benefits of mature worker services. So experience does matter, and mature workers are valued in our local workforce. And St. Francis has an opportunity for businesses that want to partner with the Senior Employment Assistance Program, become a 55-plus friendly employer. So if you are an older adult and you would like to re-enter the job market, you can easily get involved in the Work 55-plus program. This initiative connects eligible mature workers with part-time paid training opportunities at public and nonprofit agencies. It's more than a job placement program. It's a stepping stone to long-term employment. To qualify, residents must be 55 or older, currently unemployed, and living on a limited income. The program assists with hands-on income-generating work experience, building a supportive environment. You need to just supply your photo ID or social security card. You need to verify your income, and they will be able to work with you and get you into this program. So if you're a business and you'd like to participate, if you're looking for great, reliable workforce, maybe creating new career pathways for more mature, workers, St. Francis, if you go to visit LBIRegion.com, we have the article in our newsroom, and it has the QR code that you can just get right on to St. Francis, and you could get right on, fill out the form for candidates that are looking for employment. We also have the link within the article for you to fill out that form if you're eligible or if you'd like more information. This is just a benefit for New Jersey's, again, re-entering the workforce. Maybe you've retired or you've moved down here, you left your job, and you're looking for something to expand your horizons. There is a program for that. You can start at St. Francis for more information, but certainly if you go to visitlbiregion.com, you can find out a little bit more about all of that. And we certainly encourage employers as well as job seekers that fit those requirements to give it a try and see if that's something that might benefit you or someone that you know, because it is all about that.
And it's great that there are resources like this, especially for our, especially within the listening audience that are 55 plus that are still looking for employment, that these opportunities exist.
Yeah, we also have other information for businesses today, a free program to accelerate cybersecurity. This is something that the New Jersey Regional Innovation Cluster, we have all these special New Jersey committees which really do help business and residents find that niche that they need to move to the next level. This free program is funded in part by the SBA, and it provides cutting-edge training, mentorship, networking, and cybersecurity risk assessment. It's designed to help businesses scale operations and thrive in a very increasingly digital world. It strengthens small businesses, and it also safeguards critical business assets. So if you are interested in that, again, if you go to visitlbiregion.com and you look at our newsroom, you will find the free program to accelerate it. It's free cybersecurity risk assessments and planning, and this includes AI and IT small business accelerators. There is exclusive networking opportunities for entrepreneurs to connect with peers and experts and potential partners, and training and mentorship, which really helps those structured learning modules. So as the digital landscape, as we all know, continues to evolve, small businesses really must remain agile. It's part of doing business now. Yeah. I was reading something about how hiring is now changing with AI. Yeah. How there's all these navigations through all these job portals that are going to assign interviews and find jobs and connect the employers. I mean, it's
It's
here.
not, it's being used in the job selection process, and it's also being used as a qualification
Yeah.
for jobs as well.
Yeah.
How versed are you in AI and technology? So the
Yeah.
days of saying I'm not computer literate are over.
Yeah, it's important. It definitely is. So we want to make sure that everyone has the right training and everything that they need. We also want to make sure that everyone's aware that the Southern Ocean Chamber office is open on Mill Creek Road. We do have a lot of information that is so helpful to residents and businesses. You could stop in. We're open from 10 to 4 Monday through Friday. You could call us at 609-494-7211. If you're new to the area, if you're thinking about opening a business, it's so key. But one of the things that we have, again, is Ocean County Advisory Commission's hotlines and phone numbers, whether it's people looking for assistance in healthcare, hospitals, housing, employment, domestic violence, behavioral health, children's services. There's municipal alliance information. So depending on what you need, it talks about legal services, social services, consumer, better business bureaus, women's groups, how to contact your senior services, your elected officials. So we have brochures, or if you call the chamber and you're looking for those type of resources, we could provide them for you over the phone. So you have the next step to help you settle in, into Southern Ocean County, or if you need services, as people do in emergencies, and you're starting to realize that you need some more support, we could certainly direct you into the right discussion for that. So,
And with that, with it being a good source for information, going to visit lbiregion.com or going to the chamber office. Also, this podcast itself is a great source of information. In fact, we have some great guests that often come onto our show. In fact, we have our guest coming in right now for today's show.
and we're so happy to have them. So let's welcome. So good morning, Ken.
Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good, good. So thank you for joining us. We were just talking about the importance of residences, whether you're a homeowner, a second homeowner, understanding all the resources that are down in Southern Ocean County. And we want to certainly highlight Faces for Autism, which is such an important service for families. So we want to welcome Ken Mosca. And he's going to talk all about his program, maybe a little bit about the history, and what's happening. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, good morning. It's great to see you as always, Lori. I know we were recently together with a mutual friend for lunch, which was a fun time. And you go by Bill or William. It's nice to meet you.
Bill is
Bill's
fine.
fine. Okay, there we go.
So Ken, let's talk. I mean, we try to encourage our listeners, whether it's through the FM station or through our podcast, to really get involved in the community, to understand the resources that are within our area. And Faces for Autism really is such a needed help to so many families. And maybe we could talk a little bit about the history and the mission.
Okay, I don't know how much time we have, but I'll try to be as concise and not ramble, as Lori likes to tell me. I
Never, not
ramble.
you.
I know, I ramble
Never.
sometimes. So Kyle was diagnosed at 20 months, which was in 2021. And at that time, I basically just started a new job as the administrator for the city of Linwood, working, as you can imagine, is I had just left the county, went to work for, like I said, as a city administrator in Linwood, working a lot of hours, back and forth, a lot of hours. I'd come home for dinner, then go back to work. And of course, when you have meeting nights, it's busy. So to say I lost track of things at times, I lost track of things at times. Thankfully, today, Isabel and I can laugh about that. So I came home from work one day, and I knew Kyle had a doctor's appointment.
Mhm.
So I had come home, and I walked in the house, and And she said, come on in the back, come on in the den. So I go walk in the den, and Kyle's sitting there with his back to me on the floor playing with his things. And she goes, go say hi to Kyle. Say hi to Kyle. So I started to take a step to walk around in front of Kyle, and she grabbed me. She goes, no, no, say it from here. I said, okay. So the first thing I thought about, it's his ears. He's got to get tubes, whatever. So his nickname, I said Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Hi, Kyle. And but his nickname is the Monk. We call him Monk. So I said, yo, Monk, Daddy's home, Monk. And I'm not getting anywhere. So I'm looking at her, and and she says, Ken, Kyle was diagnosed with autism today.
Mm,
And I felt my legs just go out from under me. I
mm.
felt like I was going to fall to the ground. Isabel and I were married 11 years before we, started having children. Children's a long time. And it was twins, a boy and a girl. Or, you'd think perfect, 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 perfect. So he's this big kid when he's born, 6 weeks premature. He's almost 8 pounds. My daughter was tiny. I'm a Mets fan, so I thought maybe he'd play third base for the New York Mets. I'm a Cowboys fan. Maybe I'd be a tight end for the Cowboys or power forward for the New York Knicks. So now you know the teams that I follow. So all that is out the window. You know what I mean? That kind of thought, hey, I got my son and all that. But one of the things that Isabel said that really stuck with me, Bill and Lori, was, Ken, this is not a death sentence. So it's like, okay, okay. But to say I snapped right out of it is an understatement. But to say that my wife is the strongest person I know that I've ever met, and that includes my dad, who is a very strong person, my wife's off the charts strong. And she's remained that way for 26 years. We're married 37. The twins are 36. And Lori being as close as we are, she knows the perils, the ups and downs that we've had. Kyle, whatever Kyle could develop, he developed. He had grand mal seizures. And Kyle was, if you don't mind, he was, trajecting very high. The grand mal seizures baked him up. The brain, as you may know, does heal itself over time. Um, Today, he's doing great. He's at his day program now. He's a very brilliant young man. Sometimes getting the words from here to here are tough for him. He'll speak complete sentences occasionally, but there's still things about life that's very hard. Now, I'm going to kind of wrap this in a bow. So, where do we go? Where do we go? We live here in Ventnor, Atlantic County. Who knows where we go? Where are the services? We're not finding anything. The school is down that way, right down the block. I was on the board for almost 10 years. So I had Kyle, I was holding him one night at a program. I just left the board. And the county executive, Dennis Levinson, who is still our county executive and one of the finest executives in the state of New Jersey or anywhere. This guy is amazing. I was telling him this story. 36 hours later, I come home from work, and I don't remember her last name, Maria is here meeting with my wife. Again, she's from Atlantic County, um, um, social services. I worked 11 years for the county. I had no idea that was out there.
Mhm.
That got the ball rolling on where we could possibly go. Wasn't a lot of stuff. My wife's idea, let's start Faces for Autism. So here we are, 22 years later, going on 23 years later. I knew it'd be a little bit of a long intro, guys.
Well, it's
So
important. It's an
that's
important
what got
intro
us here. That's what got us here today.
because it's the necessity, it's the passion, and it's the importance that you included a community, that you built a community for
Mhm.
parents and for families that that share similar diagnosis and it is intimidating. It is you need mentors, especially younger parents. You need that.
Absolutely.
You
And
need that.
and unfortunately, Lori, we're getting more younger parents because the diagnosis is it's still happening.
Hmm.
It's still happening. We're in 4 counties. Faces for Autism is in 4 counties. We service approximately 750 families a year. Don't ask me, please, about Autism Speaks or
Right.
Autism New Jersey. I'm not going to go in that road with you guys. It's best that we don't. But we provide services for families. A lot of families wouldn't have Christmas, wouldn't have Easter, wouldn't have Thanksgiving, if it wasn't for Faces for Autism and all of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sponsors.
So I know that you do have programs for siblings, right? You
Oh
do
yeah, I
something like
mean
that. Is
we
that in Little Egg or is that?
yeah it is. We have, well, in Little Egg, every Tuesday. from 6:30 to 7:30. We're in the Little Lake Harbor Township High School,
Hmm.
and it's the siblings get together, which is, very important. The siblings get together. We have a similar group in all the counties we're in.
Yeah,
And my daughter was in that group back in the day. And my daughter, by the way, is very active with us now.
that's beautiful.
My daughter's amazing. This kid is just absolutely lights out, amazing. So we are up in Southern Ocean County. I've been there for many years. As you know,
Hmm.
Lori, I worked in Southern Ocean County as an administrator, and during that time, as we established a Faces for Autism chapter there. We're in, Atlantic, Cape May County, Cumberland County, and of course Southern Ocean County. And yes, we have programs for kids, siblings, teenagers, young adults, and then uh, our adult program. Kyle's an adult now.
Hmm.
That adult program, we have, I still say kids in their 20s, well into their 40s.
Wow,
And
important.
see them get together and we administer that. We have so many facilitators that are awesome. Um, yeah, to do that, it's just great. It's grown, Lori, as you know. We've known each other a lot of years, and it's really grown.
So, what is the best way for if it's parents, grandparents, or maybe somebody that would like to donate? Where is the best place? Obviously, you could go through visit lbiregion.com and
Mhm.
find us on our website. But what is the best place to contact you directly or reach out to you?
Faces, the number four, autism.org.
Hmm.
Faces for autism.org. There's a button right there. You can donate. You can see all of our programs, where they are, when they are. You can see everything, right there. And we have a lot of, as you can imagine, from over the years, we have a lot of photos. As you know, Lori, we're gearing up for in 10 days. We have our 15th annual Stand Up for Autism Comedy Night.
Hmm.
And our headliner this year is my very good friend, Jim Florentine. So I'm
Beautiful.
looking forward to seeing Jim again. And we're sold out.
That's
Sold out.
great. That's
It's
great.
already sold out. And
I
it's just
think
amazing. There's going to be people that are going to show up and they're going to stand over here. And if people don't show or we get some late cancellations, they can buy a ticket and come in. But we're sold out.
Well, it's been a passion of yours and Isabel to keep it going, to expand it, to grow outside of, as you said, into four counties. You also are going to be at the Green Fair in Stafford Township at Manahawk and Lake.
I'm so I am so looking forward to that. I've done it, attended it for many years when I worked for Lansing Electric.
Yeah.
Government affairs manager. So I'm looking forward to being up in Stafford. I have a lot of friends up there, and it's a great event. It is a fabulous event, and I am so looking forward to being there.
So we certainly want to encourage our listeners to, if this is Faces for Autism is something that you would like to support or find out more, whether it's for your own needs or your family, certainly it is a resource to get you to that next level of support. And you can find them online and find them at the Green Fair. And again, if there's something that you wanted to do or find out more about, they might be able to point you in the right direction with all their knowledge and expertise. So we can't thank you enough, Ken, for coming on this morning and for
No
what
problem.
all you and Isabel have done to get this going and help, I'm sure, thousands of families at this point
Mhm.
throughout the decades that you've been doing this and keeping that spark going of true community, which is what
Look,
this all comes down to.
exactly right. My wife always likes to say it takes a village. I get it. It does. It's a lot of work. We're getting to a point where we're kind of aging out a little bit. We're looking for some of the younger people to come in. We're getting into the housing aspect of this. Isabel's
Hmm.
spending a lot of time on the housing aspect.
Hmm.
We're not always going to be here. My wife and I are not, as much as I'd like to be around here for another 100 years, ain't happening.
Yeah,
Okay. So, it's that next phase, not just for our Kyle, but for many families that we're working very hard on. My
yeah.
Isabel's carrying the ball. If you need a contact number, 609-412-3750. That's directly to Isabel. Because I think it's important to make that initial contact and then she'll give you the follow-up phone number for that.
Yeah. Well, again, you're both so gracious, always so helpful, and we can't thank you enough for everything that you've been doing. And we look forward to just, continued success, to you and your members, and just we really want it to be a safe and happy summer for everyone. So thank you so much for
Right
joining
back,
us.
right back. And you know how much I love you, Lori, and I appreciate you very much. And Bill, great to meet you. Thank you for the time. Whatever you need, we're always here for you.
Well, we appreciate you, and have a great summer, Ken. We'll see you soon.
Okay, I hope so, Lori. Take care.
So, yeah, again, these are the nonprofits that are key to our area. We talk about it. We have forums. We try to provide the just the what you need to keep these nonprofits going. These are volunteer-based organizations that, with a labor of love and concern, they get up every day to help their fellow neighbors. And, in some cases, not even their neighbors. They'll expand to anybody that needs these resources. So we certainly hope that you would consider finding out more about Faces for Autism, or anyone, as I said, there's plenty of help available in Ocean County for anything else that might be of concern. But please, use the summer to get the resources that you need and the help that you need to make it just a wonderful, wonderful season. So thank you so much for joining in, and we will talk to you next week.